Hi, I'm Bonnie Annis,
And I'm Stephanie Prestidge.
and we're here from Lemoore today on the latest of our series talking about skin health. Today, we are on the second in our series of healthy skin aging, and we're going to dig in a little bit deeper to some bacteria related questions. We're going to talk about how deals with certain situations. We're actually going to talk about me today and some of my issues. And this is what my children always say to me: Mom, deal with your issues. Okay, we're going to deal with my issues today. My issues are skin aging.
Okay.
As I mentioned last week, physical factors.
Okay.
And I feel like for the most part, my extrinsic factors, at least I'm aware of them. And I have a sense that I am paying some attention to the extrinsic factors. Am I perfect? No. We'll talk about that another day. That's another of my issues. Today, though, we're talking about Propionibacterium as it relates to aging skin. And I'm not sure I understand that because I thought, I love to say that word, have to do with aging.
It's had such a negative rap for too long. But we now know different.
Okay, what do we know now?
We now know that there is multiple strands of it, multiples, many. I won't say how many yet because we still don't know, but many strands of it that are supposed to be on our skin.
Okay.
And there are scientists right now actually looking at it as a probiotic of our skin, that it is actually feeding our microbiome in a healthy way.
Okay, so what I don't understand is, and maybe you don't have an answer to this, but knowing you probably do, why did we for so long, why were we absolutely determined that Propionibacterium was the cause of many of our skin woes? And now it's like it's the hero. It went from the villain, it went to the hero. And why is this happening now?
Because of all the studies coming out of the Human Microbiome Project. And it's just still coming. They don't know everything yet. It's still coming. There's still stuff coming out. And I think a big thing they're realizing now is we can't point at one thing and cause blame. Even now, when you deal with inflammatory conditions on the skin like acne and other things, inflammation leads to aging. It is many culprits now that they know we have a microbiome. It's not one thing. And to call it one thing is not fair.
No.
And they now know that young skin has very high levels of Propionibacterium on it. When we age, the level of Propionibacterium starts to come down when skin swabbing is done. So it's quite a...
We need to figure out why. Is that something we should be skin's going through as it's aging? We are seeing reduced colonies of Propionibacterium. What else is happening when our skin is aging to our microbiome?
Yes. Well, to our microbiome and the whole organ.
Okay.
Because there's a knock-on effect happening. So our Propionibacterium numbers are dwindling.
Okay.
So that is what feeds your microbiome. So if there is not as much food to feed your microbiome, then we can start seeing more concerns.
So we have to do that from an external source.
Yes. And that's also part of getting outside and being with nature. When we look at prebiotics, an example, it's in ESSE Plus range.
Okay.
It's called inulin. It's actually in all S products. But
that's what we have here, isn't it? This is the Plus range right here. Excellent.
And we have an ingredient in S called inulin.
Okay.
But what is very fascinating, put that aside, it's in every plant.
Don't go there. We're not talking about inulin right now. No.
Yeah. It's in every plant. So to go outside, to be in nature, you're getting inulin on your skin.
To touch things, to be in amongst nature. And so, circling back to the microbiome of people in different situations, someone in the city is going to have a different microbiome because of their access
yes
to nature, or what we define nature as in a city versus what we have out here. And if you could see the most beautiful view that we have with the rolling hills and the trees and everything is just so beautifully green, it's easy to be outside here, and it's easy to see, oh, I'm going to go out there and get my dose of microbes that are going to feed my skin. It's easy enough to do that, but what's happening to someone in the city? What do they have to do? They have to kind of get out of town and start to see different things.
Yeah, you're going to need to look at adventures to outside of the city. You're going to need to look at your skincare routine as well, because with us, you can get the prebiotic in your skincare. You can get inulin in your skincare. That can be an option as well if you do have weeks you can't get to nature.
So what else is happening in your skin in addition to the Propionibacterium decreasing? What else is happening in your skin that is promoting skin aging?
Yep. When we age, cell renewal slows.
Thinner. I notice now as I'm older, when I scratch myself, when I scratch my arm, it'll bleed sooner than it used to.
Yep.
So, because it's thinner now. So is that also happening on my face?
Yep. Everywhere.
Okay.
The whole organ. And I think that's important too. It's a whole organ of the whole body. People focus mostly on face, but it is a whole organ of the whole body.
So that would say to me, from a common sense point of view, I'm going to be a little gentler with exfoliation.
Yes,
please. I don't need as much exfoliation as I used to. And what else should I focus on in my skincare routine? Because like I say, this topic is about me today. Yeah. So what am I supposed to be doing that's going to help my skin?
We need to help the skin barrier. You need more oils in your skincare routine because your natural sebum production also slows down.
Okay.
We need more oils in our skincare routine. We need more barrier protection in our skincare routine. Okay. That needs to be the focus.
And probably I need to cleanse more gently and less frequently too, to preserve my own sebum. When I know how hard my metabolism is working to create sebum, I need to cleanse more gently, less frequently.
Yes.
And just let my sebum be.
Yeah, keep it on there. Keep it there.
Okay.
As much as you can.
That's the hardest thing. When I talk to estheticians about sebum bending or still cleansing twice a day or pre-cleansing and then cleansing and then moisturizing. But one of the things that when I did my rewilding last November, one of the things that really hit me after just a few days of rewilding was that I felt like I had stopped fighting with my skin. And I wonder if that's really the key. When you can trust the process enough to do the rewilding, to cleanse more gently, to cleanse a little less harshly, that it may be the thing that allows you to stop fighting your skin. That was certainly something that was important to me. What else should I be doing? Let's talk about me some more.
Yeah. Hydration. So we said oils. We need oils, but when the skin cells are not turning over often, if they start to lose their own moisture, if we start to lose our natural moisturizing factors, what it's called, the water part of our skin, the natural rate of recovery is slower. So you also want hydrating ingredients as well. So having that hyaluronic acid in there, moisturizing. So water and oil.
Okay.
We want that in there.
I know that definitely as I get older, I definitely have a different perception of oil on my skin. It's one of my favorite things to do in the day is to use my Protect oil, and it feels good applying oil on my skin. Whereas I think 20 years ago, I would have been horrified with the idea of rubbing oil on my skin. But I think that not only is my skin aging, but I think we know more now, right? And so when we know better, Maya Angelou always said this, when you know better, you do better. And I think that nothing epitomizes that more than the knowledge that and protect that barrier with healthy microbes to feed and seed our skin barrier.
And then once we get into your skin barrier, so once we get the skin barrier under control, we then can look at ingredients to help with aging. We can.
Okay.
We can look at
Hyperpigmentation and
that.
some of those other
We
things.
can go to that category. We have a whole separate topic we can get into. Not just skin.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
So like ingredients like devil's claw extract is pretty neat. It's a support ingredient for your collagen elastin and try to hold on to it, but also give it a boost, but not too accelerated, like a healthy rate.
Healthy. Yeah. It's
It's
all
super
about that,
important.
right? It's all about finding that balance and making healthy choices. I am looking forward to the next in our series. Honestly, this is my favorite part, is talking about aging skin, because it's where I learn the most what to do with my skin. And it's funny because I have access to all kinds of products, but I can still make choices that aren't the best for my skin, right? So I need to learn more to make really good choices for my skin. And I honestly think it all starts with rewilding. It all starts with ESSE College, and you'll find links to those in the description. Thank you so much for joining us today. I always love doing this.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite days of the week, that and Tuesday. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming in.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us for another in our series of healthy skin aging.